Hey there, it's Lynn or Tink from Tinker Tarot. I just wanted to do a quick video because I've been talking to a lot of people, and because we came out of such a still time last year and things are ready to move for people, but people don't really know. I shouldn't say people. You don't know where to go. Like, what do I do, though? So I thought I'd do a bit of star mapping with you. And in order to know where you're going, you have to know where you've come from. And you don't have to do all of these things. These are all different examples of things you could do to help you star map, okay? And that's figure out where you're going now. What am I going to do with myself? So, and all of these are things I made referring to myself personally. You would put your own details on yours. I just used my details as an example. So, this here is a timeline. Sorry, I wrote the wrong word down here. But it starts at birth and it ends at present time. So, I've put a lot of things that have happened to me in my life, like all these things with little yellow lines underneath are all the times I have moved. I moved so much in my young life that it's hard for me not to move now. But anyway, you know, you'll write things down, different schools and trips and what you've done with yourself, achievements or things that may have held you back, traumatic events, wonderful things, lucky events that happened to you. But whatever, but it gives you kind of, you know, when I looked at mine, I could see, for example, how many different schools. I went to 9 public schools in 8 years of my public school life. And our public schools go to grade 8. But anyway, I realized that's where I got all my social skills. You know, I really had to develop my social skills very quickly because I was always the new girl and always the one that everyone wanted to beat up, you know. And so I used humor. That's when I started developing my sense of humor and winning people over that way, you know. Come on, you don't want to beat me up. I'm of value to you. Anyway, so, and then, you know, some of the trips I've been on, when I go on a trip, I don't do all-inclusive. I do more kind of budget adventure traveling because I really like to get to know the people there, the regular people, and their culture, how they live and how it's different from mine, and just opens my eyes a lot. But anyway, you need to make yours. What have you been doing this whole time, you know, till today from birth? What have you had to go through, and what made you who you are now? You know, what were your experiences? And it's a really good thing because you kind of are amazed that you've done so much, you know. And I've not even done mine. Like I just did one yesterday, and because I thought I'm always talking about this stuff with you on the readings, and not. You know, I don't have these examples, so I thought this was a good time. Another thing to decide where you're going, is from where you are now. And so sometimes our worries, like all our debts and our breakups and whatever, are, you know, when they're going over and over and over and over and over in your head, they're massive. They're massive, and they're really hard to deal with. So it's, if you wrote your worries down, you know, mine are this is when I owned my apartment building, and these were my worries at the time, and these things were sinking me in my head. But when I wrote them down, they didn't seem that big of a deal. Like, sure, I have debt, and sure, I'm having this trouble with the city right now. But you know, once I wrote it down, I could handle it a little bit more. I was able to kind of figure out what I was going to do about it. But while it was still in my mind, there was just no answer, you know. It drove me crazy. Little things, which are big things, you know, but I mean, they're all manageable, you know. It's manageable. But when they're in your head, and then writing them down on paper, that's when they feel manageable finally. It's like, oh, that's not so bad. I can deal with that. So now comes the fun stuff. I got a couple of different examples here. So I'm always talking about the door. You know, if you could open a door and the life you wanted to be living right now was there. You know, you just walked in and started living that life. And so I thought, well, I should do the thing. So I did kind of a picture one. Do not laugh at my drawing. It looks like a little kid's drawing. But, you know, this is a good example. I want to travel the world. I want to vlog about traveling the world. I would love to travel North and South America in a access bus, live in like this access bus, and either be able to drive my motorcycle right onto the bus or tow it behind and go motorcycling all over, meet people everywhere, do personal readings, still do online stuff. See, this is me still doing online stuff. That's my satellite dish. I'd like to have a purpose that pays. You know, it's hard to do drudgery work for me anyway, and I really need to have a purpose, you know, and everyone feels that in some way, wants a purpose, you know, and so I would like to pay, so I wrote it down. And this is spending more time with family, being able to see them more, maybe make up occasions to get together, like a game night or something like that. So I want to put, I want to have more time for that. Since I moved away, I don't see them as often, but I'm going to. That's through my door, you know. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm not finished this picture yet. You know, I'm not finished this. I still have more things to add, but, you know, this is all I know right now, you know, and as I go along, I can add more things. This is just one style of doing it. That's kind of the fun way of doing it. It was fun coloring and stuff. Here is another way. I cannot remember. I think it's called a mandala, you know, but like a vision mandala or something like that. Oh, I know I'm getting the name wrong, but those are the woes of menopause. So anyway, you draw two circles. In the small circle inside is your idea, project, or plan, okay? And then on the inside of the big circle are all the positives about the plan. What you're going to get, things that you get to, things that will work out well for you. You know, why, what's good about it, everything good about it. And on the outside of the circle, you put all your concerns and any negatives or worries, things that obstacles you may come upon. So this is one way of planning, you know, and figuring something out, figuring out your star map, you know, well, or those worries. How am I going to figure that out? So, I think it's called a vision mandala. I hate when I can't remember things, but anyway. So, this is a detailed version of the vision mandala. So I've used myself as an example again. So Tinker Tarot, You know, my YouTube channel. This is the idea. And so here's all the good things about it. I have 30 years experience really at reading cards. I'm good at public speaking, low overhead expenses, yada, yada, yada. You get the idea. And out here it says I don't have much. What are the negatives, the worries? I don't have a lot of internet web experience. I don't have very much social media experience. I'm not organized, fear of failure. So you put it out there and you have a look at it, and you could see there's far more positives than there were negatives, you know. So this helped me, you know, kind of make my mind up when I was thinking about doing the Tinker Tarot, all right? So if you're not into the circle thing, that's okay. We've got a picture example, a circle example, vision sort of mandala mapping, and then we have the linear example. So, this one is totally made up. It's not me at all. So I just totally made this one up. And this is more linear, right? So the goal, you know, whatever the goal is, and then you've got to, this is the goal, sorry. And then the steps to the goal. Well, I need to figure out transportation. I need to have a space to do it. I need money. I need more info about it. I don't know everything about it. And then, so step one, the transportation, well, I got to talk to the bank, blah, blah, blah. And the info, and, oh, here we go, transportation. This is the money step. But anyhow, you get to see, here's some ideas. I'll pull it back a little bit. Ta-dee! I don't know how well you can see that. Bring it a little closer. So, anyhow, this is another way of goal planning and kind of figure it out how you're going to do it. You could also do this with just your ideas, period. Say you have 3 ideas. Okay, well, first idea is this. What would I have to do that? Or you can make 3 separate mandala maps, you know. You can make 3 separate ones, one for each possible idea or possible, you know, direction that you could go in. You could work it out this way. What are the positives? What is the negatives? What do I got going for me? What do I got going against me? So, you know, those are 3 ideas to help you do that. I also wanted to tell you that I don't know about everybody else, but I have a feeling a lot of people are going through this right now, and I call it nesting. So nesting is what pregnant women go through in their like 7th to 9th month. And it's this uncontrollable urge to organize and get everything organized and ready for the baby, you know, and for the baby's arrival. And it's almost, you know, when you see a woman start doing that, you know the baby's coming soon, because it's just this, and you can't help it. But I'm not pregnant right now, and I have this uncontrollable urge to nest. So I have this urge to get everything organized, get ready, because something is coming. Something is about to be birthed. And I think a lot of people are feeling that. They're already in their house. They're at ready, set. Where's go? So, you know, it's obviously coming because we're nesting, you know what's coming when you start to nesting and getting everything. Like I know my place is a mess right now. That's why, because I'm nesting. I'm reorganizing all my cupboards and painting at the same time, and I'm, you know, reorganizing the kitchen. I didn't reorganize. I kind of changed everything around to make it more spacious. And anyway, I'm doing all this nesting, getting ready. But for what? I don't know. I don't know what's coming. I'm like you. I'm waiting. I'm thinking, okay, I'm ready. So I just wanted to share that with you because I thought, I bet you, just because of all the people I've been talking to, there's a lot of people going through that right now, you know. You don't know where you're going. So I can totally relate, and that analogy may help you. I hope it does. So, Tinker signing out. Take care.